program and its delivery will be, the program will be delivered by quality trainers in the form of Three Sides Marketing here. We're very fortunate to have them working alongside us, and they also bring the benefit of being involved in the same program in other parts of the region, in fact just over the border in the ACT, and I think Todd might talk a bit more about that as well. Now, don't be misled by the price tag. It's a very significant training and mentoring program. The huge benefit we have is that the total cost of it, the scale of it, the detail of it, and the significant business development opportunities that come out of it are being provided by the government. It's ideally going to be accessed by as many people as possible who could probably pay for it anyway. But the thing is, it's available, it's accessible now. It's almost a bit of a free kick in many ways to really pick your business up and some of your colleagues' business up and move into significant online marketing. I'd like to introduce Todd Wright, who's a director with Three Sides Marketing. We've had the opportunity of being able to work with Todd and be in contact over a number of projects, and I've had the advantage of working with Todd a few years ago when we both worked more specifically in tourism world. But I think the small businesses, those that come along to the training for this digital enterprise program through the capital region are going to benefit greatly from the involvement of Todd, his colleagues at Three Sides. Todd.
If your aims are to grow, if your aims are to stay exactly the same size and become more efficient, or the aim is to create a better work-life balance, these are just some of the outcomes that the program will create. We've been presenting training at Three Sides since about 6.5 years now, and I've travelled everywhere in New South Wales, literally everywhere, and if they had a passport, I would have probably gone for about 4 or 5 of those big diplomatic passports, the ones with the extra pages. Over the last probably 350 workshops that we've presented to about 4,000 people. The same things come up. Nobody has enough time, nobody has enough ideas, and nobody knows where to start. I can't find you more time, I just can't do it. But what I can do is I can make sure that the time you do invest is directed in better ways. And also, when you start developing your knowledge, you'll realise that it's not just about doing it yourself, it's about creating good teams. Using suppliers in the capital region that can help you deliver these results. But rather than going to them and saying, well, how much? You can turn around and start a conversation and say, hey, guess what? Guess what I need? Guess what I want from my business? Can you help me? Then let's talk about budget. Rather than just starting to say to a website developer or a marketing person or a business technology expert, how much is it going to cost me? Turn around and say, this is what I need. Now I understand. Now they have the confidence to ask more of the right questions in our business. As part of the program, there's also going to be one-on-one digital business consultations, 4 hours of professional one-on-one business consultations face-to-face. This isn't a join an online community and hopefully you might turn back up after you've done your registration and you've let it lapse. It's not about that. Coming to your business and doing work with you and saying, what are your priorities? Where can we help you right now? And where can we come back and make sure that you've got a bit of a plan in place? You can call it a personal trainer. You can call it a consultant. You can call it a hands-on, practical knowledge sharing session. You can call it whatever you want. But in those 4 hours, it's about creating instant results, about creating small changes, or about setting a plan and a strategy where you can start thinking about asking the right questions or doing things yourself better. I have had the privilege of working with awesome people like Greg over at the Canberra Business Council. I have through the ACT Digital Enterprise Program. And I can tell you that I live in Canberra, and right now I love the convenience of living in the city and travelling to the country. Colin tells me as I grow up and I mature, I'll realise the smart money is live in the country and work in the city, or just stay in the country, live in the country and work in the country. So I'm told that I'll mature that sense of belonging as we go along. But through the ACT Digital Enterprise Program already, we've been able to connect with some great businesses that have taken simple ideas from practical workshops, directions from business consultations, and put this in place since February this year, things that they've already started with. They've seen changes in their business. And like I said, it's not just about growing, it's about controlling your business and being more confident in what you're actually doing. So we'll take all the lessons we have learned from there and apply them here. We'll take all the budget that Canberra Business Council didn't have and try to do the things over here from a fresh. I'll take all of the scars, all of the problems, all of the pain that this program creates, because what it is, it's such a fluid program. We don't know, is it going to go in this direction or that business direction, because every business is different. But we're going to share those experiences. And now it's even better because Greg got a call from someone out of Byron the other day and he goes, well, you're not actually in my area. Before that was a no, we can't help you, I'm sorry. Now they can. the cross-border sharing. Business doesn't stop at the border. You know, Colin said we worked in tourism. Tourists don't stop at the border. Trade doesn't stop at the border. It's an imaginary line. So now that we can fill in the reverse donut, as Richard explains, that's capital country is the good stuff on the outside, and ACT's the hole in the middle. Wait a minute, have you ever heard it described like that? You know, the sugar and the icing and the cinnamon, all that, and now we can be sharing. Those guys, it's actually a jam donut, and it says everything's good in the middle, and it's just filling on the outside, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll keep that rivalry going strong. We're excited, we've got a fantastic team at Three Sides. We're energetic, we practice what we preach every single day where we're doing this. So we're not teaching from textbooks. So sorry if you wanted a textbook. Well, I could probably find one on a tablet. I could probably connect you with a video. I could probably help you with sort of digital ways of learning, but we're going to be teaching from practice, and we're going to be making sure that it's relevant to the needs of this the Southern Inland region. And we're going to make sure we have fun doing it, because learning sometimes can be really boring, it can be really dry, and can be actually demotivating. Businesses are short on time and short on energy, so we want to pick both of those two things up, combine with digital skills, and make sure Southern Inland continues to meet their goals of developing this region. So I look forward to seeing, actually, Dion, you're in Queanbeyan, so you qualify. Who else is across the bottom? That Paul from before. Dennis is out at Murray Bateman, so he qualifies. So Rishi, where do you live?
Queanbeyan.
Yeah, so so Rishi's out here in Queanbeyan as well, and we're going to hand over to Rishi now. So